Hello students, welcome back to my channel Maths Insider. Today's topic is about linear equation, a pair of linear equations in two variables. So what you will going to learn from this video? What is linear equation? What are two variables that are associated with these linear equations? And then we have what is a pair of linear equations with two variables and how we will frame it from the given statement. Then real life examples of pair of linear equations with two variables. How we will use all this 1 to 4 in order to frame the equations from the given problem. That is one part, framing of the equations. And then on the next part we will going to solve those equations in order to find the variables. So it's very important, so watch till the end. So let's get started. Now, what is a linear equations? So a linear equation is an equation in which the higher power of the variable is 1. So the highest power of the variable in the equation is 1, or the expression is 1. That is, the degree of the polynomial should be 1. So if the highest power is 1, we can say the degree is 1, and hence that is known as a linear equation. Example, x plus 2 equal to 5 and 2x plus 7 equal to 7. Here the variable x have the highest power 1. So as we have learned from the degree of polynomial that if the degree of the polynomial is 1, then we say that the polynomial is linear. So this is important. Now, next, let us understand the two variables for the given linear equations. What is this two variables concept? Now, when an equation has two variables like x and y. So when an equation has two variables like x and y, it is called as a linear equation in two variables. So we called it to be a linear equation with two variables. Let us take some examples. Like for example, 2x plus 3y is equal to 6 and x minus y equal to 2. Now you can see these equations have two variables and the power of each of the variable is 1. So these are linear equations in two variable, because two variables are there, and linear because the power is 1 for each of the variables. Now, what is a pair of linear equations? So we have learned what is linear equation, what are the two variables associated with the linear equations. Now, what is a pair of linear equations? So we have two linear equations together. When we have two linear equations together, it is called a pair of linear equations. This is very important. When there are two linear equations who exist with each other and there is some relationship, then they are called a pair of linear equations. Example, 2x plus 3y equal to 6 and x minus y equal to 2. So these exist in pair. So these two above equations together form a pair of linear equation or a pair. So we usually solve them to find the value of x and y. So these variables which you have choose as an x and y, we need to find the value, and how we found the value using this solving these equations. Now let us take a real life example. Let us take a simple real life example. So how we can have the problem in place. So suppose the sum of two numbers is equal to 10 and the difference of those two numbers is equal to 2. This is a statement which is given, or the problem which is given. Now find the numbers. So how we will deal with this problem? This is a real life problem and we have to find the numbers whose sum is 10 and whose difference is 2. So from statement 1 and statement 2 we can say that there are two numbers which we need to found out those two numbers which are unknown. So those numbers we don't know. We only know the relation between these numbers and as given in the statement. So we have to find these unknown numbers, and how we are going to find then. So that is important. How we are going to find? We have to take the help of the variables. So now these variables will come into picture, which will be very handy to solve these problems. So let's the first number be say x. This is one variable, and the second number be the variable y. So then as per statement 1, the sum of the two numbers is equal to 10. That means the x plus y becomes 10. So we denote it by equation number 1. As per the statement 2, the difference of two numbers is equal to 2. So from this statement what we understood, the variable that we have chosen, the relation between them is x minus y equal to 2, and we denoted it by 2. Now what we found from these two statement 1 and 2, there are two equations which are linear, which are having two variables. So they are linear equations of two variables and they formed in pair. So we can say from 1 and 2 that x plus y equal to 10 and x minus y equal to 10 forms a pair of linear equations. So that is where the pair of linear equation is so important. So that is how we frame the equations using the two variables. Later in the chapter we will learn how to solve such problem. So this concept is so important that this is the foundation of how you will be solving the problem, and then you will finding these unknowns. Important point to remember. So what is linear equation? So the power of the variable in is 1, and that is its degree is 1, and that is called a linear equation. Now two variables, what are these two variables concept? Usually x and y. So when they are there in that equation, we call that linear equation as a two variable linear equation. And the pair of the equations, so when there exist, when the two linear equations with two variable together exist, they are called a pair of equations. Now in the next series of videos we will learn how to solve this pair of linear equations using graphical method. Then we'll use the substitution method. Then third we'll be using the elimination method, and fourth we'll be using the cross multiplication method. So all these four methods are very important in order to solve the different problems in real life. Now let us quickly revise what we have learned so far. So a linear equation in two variables has the form ax plus by plus equal to 0, where a, b and c are constants, and we can see from here the power of x and y is 1, so they are linear equations of two variables. When we have two such equations together, it is called a pair of linear equations. A pair of linear equations, and they are denoted by a1 x plus b1 y plus c1 equal to 0, a2 x plus b2 y plus c2 equal to 0, and these two equations form a pair of linear equations. So in the next video we will learn about the graphical representation of linear equations. Hope you have liked this video, and also we will solve x and y from it. So if you like the video, please share with your friends and subscribe it, and see you in the next video. Thank you.